Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and wondered if you're truly capable of becoming the person you dream of being? That quiet moment, when no one is watching, is where everything begins. Deep down, you already know you have something special inside you, something waiting to be unlocked. But the world has a way of making you doubt it. Every rejection, every failure, every time you felt unseen or unheard, it builds walls around your belief. You start thinking maybe you're not enough, maybe it's too late, maybe others are just built differently. Yet, here's the truth you need to hear. Nothing separates you from the people you admire except belief and consistency, not luck, not talent. Just the willingness to keep showing up for yourself every single day. Believing in yourself isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about knowing that even when things fall apart, you won't. It's about standing firm when your mind screams to quit. The human brain is wired to protect you from pain, to keep you safe in comfort zones. But growth doesn't live there. You can't change your life while staying in the same place that broke your spirit. You have to challenge your own mind to say, I can do this, even when every part of you doubts it. Because belief isn't built through easy wins. It's forged through struggle, repetition, and resilience. Every small promise you keep to yourself strengthens that belief until it becomes unshakable. Think about it. How many times have you started something with passion, only to stop when it got hard? That's not weakness. That's being human. But real transformation begins the moment you choose to stay consistent, even when motivation fades. Motivation is a spark. Consistency is the fire that keeps burning when the wind blows. The people who change their lives don't wait for inspiration. They build habits that move them forward even on bad days. They act on belief, not feelings. And that's where true power lies. Not in perfection, but in persistence. So right now, if your heart is heavy with doubt, if you feel stuck between who you are and who you want to be, understand this: you are capable. You always have been. The pain, the struggle, the fear, they're not signs to stop. They're signs that you're growing. You're shaping yourself into someone stronger, wiser, more determined. And when you keep believing, when you choose to trust your process instead of fearing failure, you'll start to see change. Maybe not overnight, but steadily, unshakably, piece by piece. Stay here, listen to every word, because by the end of this message, you'll remember something powerful. The person you want to become is already inside you, waiting for you to believe. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. This is your moment to start again, with belief in your heart and consistency in your steps. Every great change begins quietly, in the moments no one else sees. It's when you wake up tired but still choose to move. When you face another setback but refuse to let it define you. When the world doesn't applaud, and yet you still give your best. That is the real definition of belief. Doing the work when no one believes but you. Consistency doesn't shout. It whispers through daily effort. It's built in the silence of routine, in the decision to show up even when motivation disappears. And that's where most people stop, because consistency feels ordinary. But ordinary actions, repeated with faith, create extraordinary results. The truth is, consistency is not about perfection. It's about trust. Trusting yourself enough to keep going even when you can't see results yet. It's about understanding that growth doesn't always announce itself with fireworks. Sometimes it arrives slowly, disguised as effort, disguised as days that feel the same. But every repetition is shaping you, training your mind, teaching your heart that you are capable of following through. That's where confidence is born, not from outcomes, but from evidence. Each time you keep your word to yourself, you build proof that you can be relied upon. And that proof changes everything, because once you trust yourself, nothing can break you. Think about how powerful that is, to know that you can depend on you, to realize that no matter how uncertain life becomes, you will always show up. That belief removes fear because you stop waiting for perfect moments and start creating them. The truth is, no one else can give you that power. No encouragement, no external validation can replace the strength built by doing what you said you would do. Consistency is self-respect in motion. It's telling the universe, I am serious about my dreams. It's the quiet discipline that separates those who wish from those who build. And yes, it will be hard. There will be days when your effort feels invisible, when progress seems far away. Your mind will try to convince you that it's pointless. But that's the moment to push a little harder, because every time you overcome that voice, you train your brain to obey your vision instead of your fear. You teach yourself that feelings are temporary, but commitment is not. That's how champions are made. not in bursts of energy, but in the discipline of showing up again and again until success has no choice but to appear. Remember this, your consistency is proof of your belief. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a statement that says, I am not giving up. And when you hold that belief long enough, when you nurture it through discipline and patience, you will see your life transform in ways you never imagined. Keep going, keep believing. Every step you take is a seed for the life you're building. And soon, that quiet consistency will speak louder than any doubt ever could. There will come a moment when you realize that belief and consistency are not just habits. They are your identity. They are who you become when you stop waiting for the right time and decide that now is enough. Every morning you rise, you're faced with a choice to surrender to the same doubts that held you yesterday or to move forward, even one small step toward the person you're meant to be. That single decision, repeated daily, builds a life of power and purpose, because transformation doesn't happen in one grand act. It happens in hundreds of quiet moments when you choose progress over excuses. And that choice begins and ends with you. The mind loves comfort because comfort feels safe, but safety rarely brings fulfillment. Growth demands that you step into discomfort, to challenge what you think you can handle, and to stay steady when the process feels uncertain. The truth is, everything you want exists just beyond your comfort zone, waiting for you to trust yourself enough to cross that invisible line. Each time you do, you rewire your brain to believe that you can. You replace fear with courage, hesitation with action. That's how belief expands. It grows through repetition, through experience, through proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. And when you begin to live from that belief, something changes inside you. The noise of doubt starts to fade. The opinions of others lose their power. You stop chasing validation because you realize you don't need permission to become great. You start to see that the only competition that matters is between who you were and who you are becoming. Every setback becomes feedback. Every failure becomes fuel. You no longer fear starting over because you understand that each time you rise again, you rise stronger. That's the quiet beauty of consistency. It turns every obstacle into an opportunity to grow. Remember, the process will test you. It will ask for patience when you crave results. It will challenge your willpower when no one is watching. But those moments are not punishment, they are preparation. The struggle is shaping you, sharpening your focus, strengthening your belief until it can't be shaken by anything. Because real belief is not fragile. It doesn't crumble under pressure, it gets reinforced by it. The more you show up through the hard days, the deeper your roots of confidence grow. And when you've planted those roots through action and consistency, success becomes inevitable. So keep choosing to believe, even when it's hard. Keep showing up, even when it's lonely. Because one day you'll look back and realize that every small effort was leading you here to the strength, the clarity, and the confidence you always wanted. You are not chasing greatness, you are becoming it step by step with every choice to keep going. This is what real power feels like: quiet, steady, and completely unstoppable. There is a moment in every journey when everything inside you wants to stop, when the effort feels endless and the progress seems invisible. That's the breaking point, the place where most people give up. But what they don't realize is that the breaking point is also the turning point. It's the moment your belief is tested not by words, but by endurance. When you choose to keep going despite the exhaustion, you are teaching your mind that nothing can defeat you. That is where growth happens. Not when it's easy, but when you rise in the face of resistance. Every step you take beyond that moment strengthens the foundation of who you are becoming. Consistency is not about intensity, it's about commitment. Anyone can show up once with passion, but few can show up daily with purpose. And that is what separates those who dream from those who do. Each time you repeat an action aligned with your vision, you reinforce a message in your subconscious. This is who I am now. That identity begins to take root. Soon, it's no longer about forcing yourself to act, it becomes natural. You no longer chase motivation, you live in discipline. You no longer depend on outside approval. You move because you believe in your mission. And when that shift happens, your life transforms quietly, powerfully, and permanently. You must understand that the path to greatness is not a straight line. It's filled with setbacks, pauses, and moments of doubt. But each challenge carries a lesson meant to build you, not break you. Growth asks you to lose who you were so you can become who you are meant to be. That process feels uncomfortable because it's supposed to. Comfort keeps you where you are. Discomfort pulls you toward your potential. The difference between those who reach their vision and those who don't is simple. One group gives up when it's hard, the other keeps believing when it hurts. The truth is, success is rarely about talent or luck. It's about endurance, the ability to keep moving when others stop. Every time you rise after falling, you send a signal to your future that says, "I'm still here." And that signal builds momentum. It builds faith. The universe moves for those who refuse to quit. That's how unseen effort turns into visible success. It doesn't happen all at once. It happens through time, through patience, through relentless self-belief, and consistent action that compounds silently in the background. So wherever you are right now, whatever mountain stands in front of you, remember that your strength is already within you. You've proven it every time you've stood back up. Keep walking. Keep believing. Keep choosing to act even when the outcome isn't clear. Because one day, you'll realize that the person you've become through this process is far greater than anything you ever imagined. And that realization, that unshakable faith in yourself, is the real victory. And now you stand here, stronger than you realize, shaped by every challenge that once tried to break you. The doubt that used to control you has become quieter, replaced by a steady voice inside that says, "Keep going." That voice is belief. The kind that no longer needs evidence, the kind that trusts the process even in the dark. You've learned that the most powerful force in your life isn't what happens around you, but what happens within you. The shift from uncertainty to conviction doesn't come overnight. It comes from the choice to rise over and over until belief becomes your nature and consistency becomes your rhythm. You've walked through fear, through failure, through frustration, and you're still here. That alone proves something profound. You are capable of enduring more than you ever thought possible. And within that endurance lies your freedom. Because when you no longer fear the hard days, you stop running from life. You start mastering it. You begin to see that every obstacle is not there to stop you, but to reveal you. Every challenge refines your purpose, strengthens your discipline, and deepens your character. You no longer see setbacks as signs of weakness, but as evidence that you are still in the game, still evolving, still committed to becoming who you were meant to be. Consistency has now become your language. It's how you communicate with your dreams. Every effort, every repetition, every decision to keep going tells the world that you're serious about your vision, and the world listens. Life always responds to commitment. When you move with purpose long enough, doors begin to open, people begin to notice, and opportunities begin to align. Not because luck suddenly appears, but because you've created the energy that attracts growth. That's the invisible power of belief and consistency. They shift the world around you by first transforming the world within you. Now you understand that success isn't something you chase, it's something you create. It's not a destination, it's a reflection of who you've become through relentless effort and faith. The person you were when you started is no longer the same. You've evolved into someone grounded, disciplined, unshakable. And that's not by accident. It's the result of every small decision you made when no one was watching. Every time you stayed true to your vision, you built strength that cannot be taken from you. You've proven that the only limit that ever existed was the one you believed in. So take this moment right here and breathe it in. You've come far, and yet this is only the beginning. The journey ahead will still test you. But now you carry the tools to rise above anything. Believe in yourself with every fiber of your being. Stay consistent, no matter how uncertain the path feels. Because the life you're building, one choice, one action, one belief at a time, is already becoming the masterpiece you were born to create.